Hey everyone, I wanted to do a video about a backpack and basically what I carry on a light to medium hike with the intent of photographing a lot of different pictures. So this is not an all-day hike. It's not a hike right outside the parking lot of a local park or anything like that. But it's 2 to 4 hour type of hike, and I guess the time difference would be based on how much water and food you carry. But here's the stuff that I carry with the intent of taking a lot of pictures. I have another video that's similar to this, but I got a lot of questions about what the backpack is I'm carrying, what the brand. So it's a Kelty backpack, and the best I could find is that it's the Range version. So it's the Kelty Range. It has padding on the back right here, padding on the shoulder straps, lots of different locking mechanisms for your shoulders and your back, lots of different ways to lock things down. Okay, different carrying methods. It's a pretty good backpack, and one of the reasons why I got it is because it is light, and you can kind of crumple it up. So if you're going on a longer trip, you can crumple this up and put it in a suitcase, and it doesn't take up a lot of room. Now, so there's some downsides to that, which I'll talk about. Basically, there are internal compartments, but they're not protected or padded at all. They don't kind of keep the gear together that much, heavier gear. And I'll show you what that is if I can here. So let's start off. What do I bring with me? And so I'm obviously using my camera. So the intent is that I would have a DSLR camera in here with at least 2 lenses, one attached and one being carried, and then a DSLR flash. It depends on what I'm planning to photograph, but typically I do not carry my tripod with me. I have done that before, but when you're on a longer hike, that's basically torturous. It's real hard to carry, it's heavy, and I personally don't often use them anyways, so maybe that's why my pictures look a certain way or something, but that's just my 2 cents on it. If you know that you're gonna photograph something with slow exposure needed, then definitely bring the tripod. So I have a lot of pockets in this thing, and I'll open them all up here. So first of all, gotta have the water bottle. Bring the water necessary. Alright, so it's a mix of stuff that I bring, right? I may not all use it, but I often like to bring a remote control system for the camera, timer or remote control. If I want to do any self-portraits or something like that, that's the way to go. I bring a flashlight just in case. There's a lot of just in case things in here. I carry with me headphones, which I don't use anyways, and I don't recommend that you use them if you're hiking. If you end up on the beach or something, maybe you can listen to something, but typically bring a pocket knife, never gets used. Then the compartments, I have a wider compartment that I tend to put different things in, obviously. So this is, I don't have it attached right now, but this is the case for my flash, the 580EX flash, the first version Canon. You want to, in this particular backpack, because it's unstructured, it's just open, you want to try to bring your goods in some form of padding. So I use the original case that came with the flash, so it doesn't bang around and scratch things. Okay, so then I have, you may be thinking, what? He's got a Sony mini disc player? So what I do here is, because the bag is unstructured, I want to put my lenses in some protective bag. This one has thick foam, a dense material. I don't know if it's foam, but it's dense, has a lot of padding. I had it. You could use the original lens case if you have L lenses, the little cloth gray bags that come with them. So I tend to want to have protection for the individual lenses that ride in here. Okay, so let's pretend that you know, I have a camera. This is my DSLR, so I had that in here. I typically don't have that one covered with anything. However, I do recommend that you bring along just a normal plastic grocery bag or something similar to that. The point there is that if in emergency it starts to rain, you can take that plastic bag, put your camera in it, and you can worry less, at least. And then if there's any hint of potential bad weather, I throw in this North Face rain jacket. It's just you can crumple it up, and this one is rain proof. So it doesn't have the name on it, but North Face, they all basically look the same. It's the rain gear, longer jacket. Okay, so then I have, so you could put in, sometimes I put it in an iPad or a computer in this compartment if I'm going to a more urban area that I may hang out with and do a walkabout rather than hiking. I have this Think Tank carrier for my memory cards. So it just keeps all my CF cards organized in the same spot, and most importantly keeps sand and dirt out of them, which I've had a problem with in the past. I've ruined the card and a camera due to that issue. So I like to keep it attached to it so it doesn't fall out. Try to bring extra food, granola bars, and this one, very important, I try to bring a little first aid kit each time. So bandages, it's all dirty, band-aids, different things like this. You can get something like this at REI, and this has been very helpful in the past, and I've used it. You can throw in whatever else you need to in there, but this one has been tested and approved by the United States Navy. Just saying. Okay, so what else we got? So in this middle compartment, I found that on hikes it's good to bring gloves. Not because it's cold out, but because you get into brush and different hiking environments and your hands can get really gnarled up. So gloves are good. These ones are okay. They're kind of thin and all cloth. A better way to go is some work gloves, some lighter weight work gloves that have thicker material that won't, you know, it'll keep weeds from going through the cloth and stabbing your hands. So what else do I have here? Okay, so I've also carried something like this in the past. Just doesn't have to be just like this, but a little bit extra rope for whatever reason. Another little pocket knife, and I've often put in this. So the point is, you want to keep your gear in kind of packaged up a little bit better so it doesn't fall over the backpack. You don't spend all afternoon hunting for what you need. It also makes it easier to pack. Okay, and then pencil or pen and notebook. Got my SE Rat 3. Never gets used, but And I would only bring this on a deep hike with the intent on just doing nature photography, just for emergencies. And that's it basically. Sometimes I'll bring, you know, a bandana or whatever, hat, but that's that. So that the intent there is just a quick photo shoot, different lenses, macro in this case, and then 24 to 105 that I'm shooting with. Thanks all.